lovely souls. Welcome to CosmoMuse Tarot and my usual Friday insight reading with questions you want to bring here. They can just be questions you want some guidance around and insight into, or they can be yes, no, maybe questions. So we have 3 piles to choose from. Malachite for pile 1. Calcified blue coral for pile 2, and garnerite for pile 3. All right, just be intentional. My only note before getting into these, be intentional with how you phrase your question. If you are looking for a yes, no, maybe answer, phrase your question so that if you were to get a yes, that would be a positive answer to how you phrased your question. So take a minute here, pause if you wish, so you can feel into these piles and choose the stone or pile that is drawing you in for the question you are asking. Timestamps, losing my voice, sorry. Timestamps are in the descriptions, and you can jump straight to your readings when you are ready, and I will see you there. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your yes, no, maybe, or just general advice for your questions. So we are going to jump straight into it with some tarot cards. For those of you just looking for guidance or advice, don't pay attention to the yes, no part. For those of you looking for yes, no, we will be getting that with the tarot right at this initial few cards. Okay, feeling this one. We got, the sun, beautiful. Page of Pentacles. Judgment. Three of Wands. Ace of Cups. Well, if you were looking for that yes, no, I was already feeling yes, and then the ace came out, and aces are always a yes in my book. But let's get into some context, especially for those of you just looking for some insight or guidance. Just really, really beautiful cards here overall. Yeah, these two feel like they're grouped together for some reason. So Sun and Page of Pentacles, it's like really starting to feel aligned within yourself and with certain things going on in the world, and that bringing out sort of a new sense of self-worth, new inner feelings starting to come up, new inner values starting to kind of congeal within you, new curiosity about what you're worth or what's valuable to you, what gives you pleasure. Just like a lot of new sensations that are really positive and lovely here, and finding just like a lot of new, it's like fresh new energy, new alignments within, new brightness, new radiance, new, beauty happening. Judgment, I'm going to let sit for a minute because I also feel like the Ace of Wands or Ace of Cups and Three of Wands are grouped. And these just feel beautiful, like really feeling clear about where you are going, something you're walking toward, taking action on, and like ready to activate, ready to like having that, your mind's eye very clear, knowing what it is you're directing your energy and passion toward, and like knowing what to do to activate that, like having the right access or right resources or right motivation, whatever it is that you're needing to activate something. It's like it's clear, the horizon is clear, the path is clear, the vision is clear, and it's like the green light is just coming on, and you're just feeling very centered and in yourself, and overflowing with just like contentment coming through here. And just like, I don't know, again with the ace, that's fresh energy, like rising, which I also felt with the page. So it's just like a lot of fresh new potential that you're ready to act on. Which brings us to our center card of Judgment. It can be an awakening or like a graduation from, because this to me, Judgment often talks about like the past. Because we usually go through a lot in order to have the awakening, in order for that judgment to come down. We've learned some lessons. So I feel like maybe you're closing out a chapter, or maybe like that. Yeah, that's what it is. Like a chapter is closed. You've already had like some reckoning, some like big aha moment that's helped you to close out a chapter, to learn some big lesson in life. And it's like, I think you've been kind of stuck in that, like, okay, I learned that lesson, I've passed that test, I've graduated, and kind of like waiting for the what next, and this is the what next kind of stuff. And so this is just showing it's rising, it's starting to become clear in your mind's eye, you're starting to find your center, you're starting to find the alignments and the openings, you're starting to feel new things, new questions, new curiosities, new interests arising within you about what you want, what brings you pleasure. Yeah, so just like a lot of fresh energy here, because you've really been through the gamut of something, but you're done with that, right? You've moved past it, you've had that awakening and that integration, and now it's like fresh stuff coming in, like a flooding of fresh stuff coming in, really. Yeah, very cool. Okay, let's just get a couple of oracle cards to see anything else that wants to be brought forward here. Ooh, this one flipped over. Take risks. Kind of like the Fool card. Take that leap. Take the risk. Take that jump. You know, with an ace, something new beginning, you know, like a new impulse maybe that is like a heart calling with the cups, like emotionally felt, heartfelt, a new stirring in your heart, a new vision arising from your heart that would end, you know, like ask you to take a risk on something. And this is saying, take risks. We don't always win our risks, but we broaden our life, we challenge ourselves, we learn things when we take risks. But I do feel a lot of positive energy. So yeah, like, why not try whatever's coming up here for you around taking a risk. Okay, and then let's get an animal wisdom. This one felt nurture. Allow any anxieties and worries to be gently released and offered up to be healed. Yeah, you know, sometimes in very fresh energy, there's a lot of sensitivity. There's a lot of that new energy is very self-oriented. We're trying to find the center. We're trying to connect to where our passion is. It's very self-oriented, which makes our egos a little bit fragile. And that's just fine. It's a phase of something. Anything where we're in a new phase of things, there are some sensitivities around it. There is, yeah. So I think this is just kind of saying, you're just like a little, you know, even though there's this really beautiful, fresh energy indicated, and new possibility, new potential, new visions coming through, it is all new. So there is sensitivity here. And so just do your best to do some self-care, to take care of your mental health, to find things that feel supportive, find support systems, find nourishing things to eat and give your attention to, you know, all of the things to just give yourself that little extra security blanket, because things are, yeah, I mean, new things are a little sensitive, right? And you think about even in like developmental progressions in humans, like infants are very, sensitive and fragile, children a little less so, but also very, very sensitive. They're learning a lot every day. And even into teenagers, then we get a little touchy, right? Sensitive in a different way, but touchy. So those new, things that are new, things that are young, there's just a sensitivity there, and that's just the natural order of things. It's the natural life cycle of things. So this is just saying that even though that's eager, even though it's exciting, even though it's fresh, find the support systems, find the things that nourish you to help kind of calm some of the sensitivities, anxieties, worries. Find things that help you to feel more supported and cared for, right? So yeah, nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's get a divine feather message to leave you guys with. Just a positive, sweet thought from Spirit. Turkey. Honor your own time of harvest. Offer your gifts and blessings as service to the greater good. I think this also could be looked at as like, even though this, what you've asked about has some like young, fresh energy to it, we're very dynamic humans. And so there are other parts of you, other things you've gone through, other things going in your life that are in more mature stages. And something that might help balance some things around this question is to give of those more mature things that have come into harvest, that are in later stages of development, that are, yeah, where there's a lot being harvested around something else in your life. If you come into more of like a communal territory with that and giving and sharing, that's something that can foster a lot of support systems, talking about the polar bear and nurture, that could foster a lot of goodwill and support systems that then come in and support these new things, right? So offer the things that are in that harvest stage. That can also take you out of always feeling so sensitive and weighted, anchored in this new stuff. Any new things coming up here, finding some balance with giving attention to other things that are also like in a different stage of development. At the same time, creating great support systems by being more service oriented around those things we have plenty of already. So yeah, a lot of really wise wisdom coming out here and guidance. So I hope this was applicable and helpful for you. And yeah, if it did resonate, I always appreciate support myself with likes, shares, and subscribes. Always grateful for kind and thoughtful comments as well. And I wish you well with whatever you asked about, and hope to see you in future readings. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your guidance and insight into a question you've brought here, and yes, no element for those bringing a yes, no question. You guys chose the blue calcified coral stone, which I will just put over to the side here, and we are jumping straight into tarot. For those of you looking for yes, no, we will get that in the tarot portion. For those of you just looking for insight, we will just be getting some initial kind of context, seeing what tarot wants to bring up about your question. So we've got Four of Swords jumping off with, ooh, I love how that's matching my dried marigold. Page of Swords. Ten of Cups for our center card. the Chariot. One more. And the Hierophant in reverse. Okay. Very interesting energies. Hold on one second. I just have to process some of this. I don't know. I think I just need to start talking through some of this, and then that answer will become more clear to me. So book ended in here. We've got Four of Swords and the Emperor in reverse. And I can't help but feel, just plugging into the image of this woman, sometimes I see her as restful, but in this instance, I'm like really tapping into some kind of exhaustion. Oh, and with the Emperor, I think I said when this came out that it was the Hierophant, but I'm realizing I just said Emperor, and I'm like, wait, which one is it? And it is the Emperor. That's actually clarifying something for me. I think that's why I was confused. The Hierophant was throwing me. Okay. Yes, I think you are working to kind of clarify your mind to get, I don't know, like some objectivity and clarity in order. Something's not clear right now. Something isn't clear right now that you're really working to step back, gain objectivity, calm your mind to really kind of get a clear picture of something. And I think that's exactly what you should be doing. So if you've brought a question here, whether it's yes, no, or just looking for insight, I do feel that, yeah, there is real question here. Like sometimes we bring questions and we're like, well, I would really like it to be this answer, or this is what I'm hoping to find. But I feel like those of you coming here are just like, I don't know. I just want clarity, right? Maybe I don't necessarily need, like maybe more of you that came here aren't necessarily looking for yes, no. You're just like, what's the clarity? But even if you are looking for yes, no, it's just like, I just want clarity. Even so, like maybe I hope for the yes, but even if I don't get yes, I just want clarity, right? I just feel that energy of like, I just want clarity. And feeling a little bit exhausted by that. And it's, yeah, I'm just getting the energy coming through of like, continue to pull back some energy, to pull your mind back especially, and do anything you can to calm it, to do some restorative things for your mind, to gain some objectivity, because you will find that clarity. It is coming. Because look at this next card, this Page of Swords coming right next to that, trying to find, like restoring the mind and stepping back to gain some objectivity here. It's like all of a sudden then something opens up in your mind. So you're, the right thing to do, whether you're already doing it or are just being advised to right now, is to like anything you can do to restore your mind, to rejuvenate your mind, to pull it back, give it some rest, calm it down, still it, get it into more meditative states. All of a sudden, by doing that kind of thing, like your mind will open up. That clarity will blossom within you. And it's like you're going to see the future, not just like clarity of what I want right now, but clarity of like the future vision for something, of like, where is the ultimate goal? Whether that's a month from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, the ultimate goal kind of comes into focus by really getting calm and meditative in your mind. And so it's almost like this, I don't know, it's interesting because I'm getting this like step-by-step guide for you guys. It's like, yeah, what we've talked about with the mind, stepping back, meditation, objectivity, something blossoms, then you have this longer term, the ultimate vision, the end goal comes clear after something blossoms. And then you see the clear path ahead. Then the path opens up to you and you will be able to move on it. So for those just looking for guidance, hopefully that made sense. For those of you looking for yes, no, I don't know why, I just feel a fuzziness in your question for whatever reason, where it's like I can't give an ultimate yes, no. It's like a maybe. It kind of depends on what you've asked about. But what I can give you is this step-by-step guide to finding clarity, and then you will know for yourself what the vision is, what the ultimate goal is, and what the path forward is. So it's, I don't always, I mean, I shouldn't say I don't love leaving you with a maybe. If a maybe comes up, that's what you're meant to get, and that's great. But that's what I'm feeling here. It's a maybe because it depends on what you asked, and like I feel like questions that are coming here that need a yes, no maybe aren't clear in themselves, right? Because you're not even, like, it's like you need to get to that clear mind first to even have the clear question. But to know what you need to know and to feel your mind come into its clarity and where it's supposed to go, its direction, and to turn this emperor around to give new order to something in your life, follow the steps we've talked about. You will find a path forward, at least, right? You will find what your green light is about. It will come to you. Just follow the advice that we went through. Okay, let's get a couple of oracle cards to add on some guidance for all of this. Yeah, transformation. And that's exactly why there's a maybe, is like things are in the chrysalis. The caterpillar's in the chrysalis and it's a soupy mess right now. And something is congealing, something is coming together, that butterfly, that, you know, hatching out, I don't know if it's called hatching, but breaking out of the chrysalis will come. It's just patience, right? Whatever you're asking about is something that's special, though. I do sense that. It's something that will, when it comes out of the chrysalis, it will come out with this fully formed vision and clarity and beauty. So just some patience here is what's being asked for, because things are in transition, things are transforming. Just some time and patience is being asked here. Okay, let's get an animal message for you guys. I'm feeling this one. Penguin, diamond, light activation. Light activations and new energies are coming your way. Be open to receive and welcome them in. Yeah, some, you know, transformation, something new is activating. It just takes time for that to be clear, to come together, to find its direction, to transform into what it is, to congeal into what it is. But something is activating, right? Something is transforming and activating that will be really, really beautiful and really profound. So just hold on, right? It's coming. Okay, let's just leave you guys with a divine feather message to end. So a really positive note from spirit, and this one's wanting to come out. We've got Condor. Hold the highest vision for your life. You now possess the ability to move past any hurdles. So yeah, just that's great extra advice coming in. Is like when things are congealing, when they're like in that incubation or the chrysalis, like we can have an effect on how it's coming together. And the way we do that is holding positivity, holding belief, holding the highest vision of how, like, even if you can't find that vision, because that will come, hold the highest vision of how you want to feel. Hold the highest vision of what you want, the genre of what you've asked about to, like, what are you wanting from it? Where are you wanting it to take you? What are you wanting? How are you wanting it to make you feel? What, those types of things that are more subtle, right? That maybe aren't exactly like, this is my vision, but I know I need a vision in this genre of life. We'll say career, like I'm unclear about where I'm going in career. But knowing something's congealing here, you can say, well, even though I don't know exactly, I do know I'm good at this. I love using this quality. I know I can be dedicated about that. So I would love these things to be used. I would love for my career to be one that has a great salary. I would love for my career to be one that I feel competent at and excited to get up and engage with every day. I want my career to bring me recognition. You can find things to hold high intentions about that you want. And even like finding those little things all add into the soup to clarify it more quickly, right? So extract the things you do know, hold high visions for the things you do know you want around this question. So that's beautiful Condor insight here. All right, this is where I'm going to leave you guys. I hope this resonated. If so, I always appreciate support. Likes, shares, subscribes are easy ways to do that. Always grateful for kind and thoughtful comments as well. And I wish you guys beauty and good luck and all the things for whatever you've asked about. And I do feel a lot of great things coming. So just hold on, it's coming. All right. See you in future readings. Hello, beautiful pile 3. Welcome to your Friday insight reading. So you may just be looking for insight into a question, or you may be looking for some yes, no guidance as well. So you guys picked the Garnerite stone. Oh no, wait. This is, sorry, not the Garnerite. This is Azurite with green moonstone. I might have gotten that wrong in the intro. This stone and the Garnerite are new to me, and they have very similar colors, so easy to mix them up. Anyway, so Azurite with green moonstone. Okay, so let's jump in. We're going to do some tarot first, and for those of you looking for the yes no, we will get that with the tarot. For those of you just looking for some guidance, just pay attention to kind of the context that's coming out and not that yes no aspect. Okay, so let's see what we get here. I'm feeling this card. We've got 8 of Swords. We've got the World. Interesting. Those are 2 interesting cards to come out next to each other. 6 of Swords. Okay, let's get 2 more. 8 of Cups. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. Okay, there are a lot of difficult cards in here, so even though I haven't unpacked it all, there is definitely kind of like a no coming through here. There are 2, well, there's 1 really positive card, 1 sort of neutral, decent card, and then 3 kind of difficult cards. So the weight of that does feel like no, but let's go through what's happening here. Something stuck, like feeling stuck, but that's a construct of your own mind. You aren't stuck. Okay. I am going to put a contingency here. If you're asking a yes, no, in general, it's a no, unless you brought a question about, should I move on from something? There's really positive energy about moving on from something. So if you brought a question that has something to do about leaving something behind or moving on, that would be a yes. But that is the story coming through here. It's like something maybe kept you feeling trapped, or your mind created its own cage of sorts. There was a feeling of limitation, or a feeling of wanting some freedom. Something's happening or has happened that is bringing some success in that. You're finding success in knowing how to move on to something more calm, and finding the courage to leave something behind. So there is this sense of moving towards calmer shores, something more beautiful, and the courage to turn your back on something and leave. And a boldness in accepting that, like, some of your values are changing, and that brings a lot of change in life and uncertainty and instability, and just kind of embracing that like that won't last forever. That's part of what happens when your values change, or you shake up what you're valuing or what you're prioritizing. It shakes up life, which leaves a lot of uncertainty up in the air. But the Six of Swords does indicate you're moving towards something more peaceful, something more where you're more free to be you, where you're more free in general. And so there is that to hold on to. So I hope that makes sense for most of you, whatever kind of question you brought here. But there is an indication of moving forward, moving on. But in doing so, even with some, uncertainty involved in that, freedom, a greater sense of freedom coming through. And freedom can actually be a scary thing to claim, right? Right. Okay, so let's get, that just jumped out. Let's get a couple oracle cards to come in here. Success coming right under the World. So whatever it is you're needing to find more freedom around or move on from, success is indicated. And I just see this maybe already in process, or it's just like a step away from you. But yeah, I see success in claiming your freedom, moving on from something that's already not working. You already know this. So if this comes as a surprise and you're like, oh, is it talking about leaving this behind? I don't know if I'm ready. It's not that. You would already have a sense of what this is about. So, and I know this is in relation to something you've asked about, but even so, this isn't asking you to move on when you're not ready or when you don't know that you should move on. You'll know. And so even if you got or brought a yes, no, and you got a no, and that's a disappointment to you, that no is only coming when you're ready for it, when you know it. So don't feel like you're going to be rushed into a no here. You'll claim the no for yourself when you're ready. And in doing so, you're going to have the success of more freedom. You're going to have the success of seeing new horizons in your sights that are more peaceful and more beautiful and more calm. And yes, you will have to weather a little uncertainty in that transition. But have belief, have hope, and there is success indicated in this change, in this moving towards something better and away from something that's already not working. Okay, let's get an animal wisdom card for you guys. Llama. Soul growth. Growth is never easy. Yes, have faith and trust in the journey. I mean, there couldn't be a more on point card for what we've been talking about. Exactly. I don't even have to add to that. That's just, yes, agreed. That sums it up for sure. This is all about soul growth here. Whatever you've asked about, there is some really beautiful soul growth happening. So just trust the process, be engaged with the journey, see this as a journey. Yeah. Okay, and now let's just leave you guys with a beautiful divine feather message to end off here. We've got Heron, let go of convention. Yes, break yourself free and follow your own unique path. I mean, come on, those are beautiful ending cards to kind of add on to what was already coming through. Yeah, claim your originality, claim your freedom, claim a new journey, a new path, let go of some conventions. Follow where your heart is calling you to. You will be the one to make that decision to kind of set off on that journey, to leave something behind, to leave the convention behind or the cage behind, whatever it is for you. You will choose when it's your right time for that soul growth, but it is coming and you will choose it. So get on board. So anyway, hope that resonated. Hope that brought some insight. Again, always follow your own intuition. You will know when you're ready, and your own soul will tell you when you're ready for whatever's coming here with this change. All right. If this did resonate, I always appreciate support. Like, share, subscribe. Those are easy ways to show support. Kind and thoughtful comments are always great to get as well, and I'm always grateful for those. In general, just thank you for letting me read for you. I love doing it, so thank you for coming and allowing me to do so. Good luck with whatever you've asked about. Good luck with some soul growth and the indicated journey here. I do feel it as positive. I do feel it as something that will end up being really beautiful and successful for you, whatever that is. So yeah, I hope to see you in future readings, and have a good one.